Hey, what's up, guys? So I got this idea today where pretty much weekly I want to make a video about what I've been playing lately, like in the past week. So honestly, I haven't really had much time to myself recently. Work's been pretty hectic. A lot of people just not showing up for their shifts, and so I get to fill in. That said, I still I try to make time for myself and like play a little bit, you know. It's my way of decompressing at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day, depending on when I think I'm going to have time. So with that said, this isn't really what I've been playing, but I've been reading Ready Player One. I'm really enjoying it. Honestly, when I get a couple of minutes at work, usually if I'm on break, I'll take that out and I'll read it for, you know, my break or part of it at least. And not since reading Cell by Stephen King has an author been able to draw me in to the world that they're creating for the audience. And honestly, I can't recommend it enough. I'm not quite done with it. I'm about 200 pages in. I do enjoy it. Next up, again, this is kind of work related. Like if I have time, what I've been doing is I've been firing up my Atari Flashback Portable. Now what it is, in case you're wondering, this is the 2016 model that has 60 games built in. On top of that, you can expand the memory with an SD card and put your own games onto it, or ROMs onto it. There's really two games in particular that I've been playing quite frequently. That would be Asteroids and Adventure. Both games I really enjoy. I have a physical copy of Asteroids. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Adventure is something I'm really looking into getting. I love that game so much. It's such an enticing title that, like, for its time and even for today, I mean, like, you get the premise right off. Like, oh, there's a key. Oh, the key is yellow. This is a yellow castle. I can go into the yellow castle with this key. And what's this arrow do? Oh, fuck, a dragon. The arrow is a sword. It kills the dragon. Like, and eventually you can figure it out on your own. Like, it's a brilliant piece of software, and really, like, a brilliant piece of storytelling, like, at its base, you know. Sticking with the theme of Atari, if you saw my unboxing video, you know that I freaked out over getting both copies of Hero. This is the Atari 2600 version. This is the one I've been playing quite a bit on the actual console, which I fixed up. There were a few problems with the Switch, the Switches. I've been playing the physical copy quite a bit, and if I get a chance, like, sometimes I'll play it on the handheld. I enjoy it. Speaking of that game lot, I've always wanted to play this, so actually getting Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was, you know, it was just a really neat thing for me. I'm happy to own it. I've been playing it off and on, mostly to test the accessories and the Sega Genesis, which I've got working now. I just need to fix the reset button on it, and it's no longer taped together. It's actually screwed together. But yeah, works great. Console works great too, and just having it box complete is a bonus for me. For the next little bit, you'll see a commonality, and that is limited edition physical releases. This is Retro City Rampage DX on the Nintendo Switch. I had a digital download of this, and considering I had a couple of bucks at my disposal, I decided to get a physical copy. Really happy to own this in physical format. It's just, you know, it's a fun game. It's not one of my favorites necessarily, but I saw the chance to get a physical copy of it, so why not get it? Speaking of getting a physical copy because you can, this one I really enjoy, and that's Human Fall Flat. I have an unboxing of it, of the package, actually, if you want to see that. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this. It's from the publisher Super Rare Games. They published the physical format. It's just such a fun little physics platformer. I'm really enjoying my time with it. This one, not so much. I do appreciate what it's doing. I love the references, but it's mediocre at best. Rad Rogers. I'm happy to own a physical copy of it, don't get me wrong. It is still in my PlayStation 4, and I have been playing it, again, off and on. It's all right. That's the best I can say about it. It's only $20 for the physical copy, where you're paying the same thing for the digital copy. So if you want to get the physical copy, go ahead, go on Amazon. They have it for $20. It's worth it, as long as it's worth it to you. And finally, I've taken my 4th shot at this game. That's Dark Souls. To me, there's a difference between difficult and challenging. Difficult is something that cannot be easily manipulated. For example, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on the NES. Very hard game because it's poorly programmed and poorly executed. That the player does not feel like they are in control of their actions, right? Whereas something like Dark Souls, you are going to die a lot. You do have to get good at the game, but once you start to get good and you get into the rhythm and like your understanding, it's challenging. It's not hard. Dark Souls is challenging, and I do appreciate that. The reason that this is the 4th time that I've started the game over is probably to do with the story. I am very big on story-driven games, and this one does have a very intriguing story. I love the opening cutscene. I love the characters you meet, but therein lies the problem. The story is not constant. It's fragmented. And if you really want to understand it, you have to do your research. It's similar to the problem that Halo ended up having, starting with Halo 4. Prior entries involved the story inside the game. And if you wanted to go deeper into the lore, you could. Whereas to understand the lore of 4, and especially 5, you need to read the lore. You have to do your research. Otherwise, the game is not. Some elements of the game are not going to make sense. Like, I didn't understand how Spartan Buck became a Spartan. Like, he was an ODST the last time I saw him, and now all of a sudden he's a fucking Spartan. So yeah, most of my problem has to do with the story. In some cases, I find that gameplay is not always king. And you have to have something else to draw the player in. That's just a little bit of my philosophy, like, which is ironic considering how much I love asteroids. But that's a topic for another day. Overall, I'm enjoying this. I always have enjoyed this, but I'm really hoping that this time I finish it finally. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, let me know in the comments. Like, I really enjoy reading feedback on these videos. I'm just doing this for fun. I enjoy these types of things, watching these types of things. So I just wanted to share, just a little bit of myself with you guys. So if you enjoy it, let me know. If you think there's any interesting content that I could provide for you guys, just let me know. I'll let you know. I'll do my best to respond to your comments. So thank you for watching, and take care.